Hello everyone. So today we will learn another topic called routing. So I hope you are watching my video and learning few things. So before going to that on routing, okay, we'll see what all things we have already covered. Okay, so I'm trying to cover how you can at least learn to create normal application, okay, lightweight applications kind of application, leave application, or onboarding of a candidate application. So first, if you remember, or if you go to my channel, you can see that we have learned how to create a sample application, and there we learn what is applications and what is a prerequisite to create applications. Then the second session was, okay, once we log in, how things works. Like if I'm logging with an operator, then what access group will call, and then what applications I'll see, and then portal. So these kind of things, and then what would be the class structure. Then also we learn the creation of data model. Then we learned data pages as well, and then we learn the case management, how to create a case type. Okay, and then we learn the validation also. So if you see, we are slowly moving, and now we learn routing in Pega. Because if you see, if you're creating a form, okay, if I just take from the beginning, if you have created applications, now you created applications, you created a form, and now you want to submit that form, okay, and send for approval. Okay, then in Pega we use the routing. Okay, so let's see, if I'm creating a leave request form, and if I'll submit, it goes to approval to my manager. Okay, so in Pega we usually most of the time we use this two only. Okay, we have few more, okay, but in today's sessions we'll just cover worklist and WorkBasket or work. So what happened, worklist is like kind of a targeted user. Okay, that I'm sending my request to a particular user. Okay, so that we called use worklist. Okay, under worklist, Pega says sometimes worklist, or say user, or sometimes it will say current user. Current user means that logged in user, whoever is doing that work. If I just submit it, then it will route to that same person, so that is called current user. Okay, so if you're submitting a leave request, and if you know that, okay, uh, this X person is your manager and the case should go to X person, then you can simply select in your code that it should go to that X person. Okay, but if you're not sure that who will approve, or let's say if you're working on any applications where pool of users are there, okay, 10 persons working on the similar cases. Okay, so in that kind of a scenario, you can send the case to work queue, and whoever is free, okay, they can pick one of the case and work. Okay, so this is the routing today we will learn. So now we'll go to Pega, and if you remember, if I just revisit, we have a two data type, employee and leave details, and then we have a case type, apply leave. Okay, so if you see, we have let's say that user one will create, or employee one will create a request, and he will fill these details. So he'll fill basically the create a stage details. So he'll enter his employee details and enter the leave details. Now once he'll submit it, then case will go to approval. Now who will approve? So if you see route 2, as I was saying, there are mostly two options. Okay, three options are there: use business logic, but that in that also we usually use worklist and WorkBasket only, but we'll see later. So here it's saying a specific user. So specific user is a targeted user. So Pega is saying how you want to select that. So let's say we are saying username. Okay, so in the drop down I can type and find out the person to whom we want to route. Okay, so we will select. Okay, we will select a name. So then what will happen, if I select a name, then case will go to that person. Okay, and if I'm selecting a work queue, then Pega will say, okay, you can select a work queue. Okay, in which work queue you want to route it. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. I have already created few operators, so we'll see those operators first. So we have emp1, okay, employee 1. So I'll just give username employee 1 and full name employee 1. So this is the employee 1, okay, who will be raising that request. Okay, and if you see, the access group of this person is not author, it's the user. Okay, so once he'll be logging, he'll just see the user portal, he'll not see the dev studio like us. and then I have created a two manager. Okay, so manager also have that same access group called user. So I'll just rename this also as a manager 1. Okay, and then we have another manager, manager 2. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and try to configure the routing. Okay, so first what we will do, we'll try to send it to manager 1. So let's say I already know that manager 1 is my manager, so we can send it to manager 1. So we'll go to case type, open the case type rule, and then we'll select this one. So we have to click on this one, particular step. Okay, so on particular steps, this can be done from the app studio as well. Okay, and then or from the like dev studio. So if you see, we are using, like, we are trying to configure routing from the app, like from the case type only. That means like we are following the same thing. Okay, we are trying to do from the app studio only. So now it's saying username, so I'll go ahead and try to see if that user is there. So you can see those IDs came. Okay, manager 1, manager 2, and employee 1. So I want to route it to manager 1. Okay, so now I said that. Okay, now what is next? So we have to, what we will do, we'll create a case and see, okay, where it is going. But before going and creating a case, I just want to explain a little bit more, like kind of a technical details. Okay, so let's say if any case is open, so where the case resides. Okay, so if any case is open, it resides in two table. Let's go back to my here. What? So if any case is open, it will be there always in work table. So work table is that which holds case. Okay, or the work object, we say, sometimes we will say work object as well. Okay, so it will hold the entire details of that work object. Let's say if you are creating A1, then it will hold the entire details of A1. And then we have assignment table, we call it assign table. Okay, in this one we will have worklist or WorkBasket. So if any case is open, then if any case is open, it will be always present in this two table. Okay, so assignment is like some assignment is there, like some task is pending on that case. Okay, that is where it will be always there in either worklist. So if you're routing to worklist, it will be there in the worklist. If you're routing to workbasket, it will go to workbasket. And in this table it will be always there, even if the case is resolved. Okay, once the case is resolved, it will remove that entry from this table and it will just present in this one. Okay, so that like it will present in the lifelong in this table unless we are not going and deleting. But from this table, Pega deleted that, like kind of, let's see, if you are trying to, if we have a set of work. Okay, let's say if you have to do, like if you have a 5 set of work, if you do complete one, then you're done. Okay, you don't have to revisit that task. Okay, so it's like that only. So let's go ahead now and see, we will create a case. Okay, with user 1. So what I'll do, I'll log in with user 1 and then we'll see where the case is going. Okay, so let me launch another window and then I'll copy that URL. So I have created operator ID called EMP and then password. Let me update the password also, so I forget to update the password. So I'll just update it rules. No, it's not taking, so maybe 1 second. Okay, so done. Now I'll quickly update for these two as well so that we can see. So we can update password from security and like security type of operator, and then click on update password. Okay, so now I log in with emp1 and then password roles. So I think there is some problem in the URL. I'll just update the URL so that we can log in. Okay, so it's again saying roles. Okay, so you can see that we are logged into Live application. We are logged into Live application. So when we logged in, we didn't see that dev portal. Why? Because the access group of this user is user, not author. Okay, so now what we will do, we'll create a case from here. So you can see like on create app, we have an options to create a Live application. So I'll simply enter the details. And then I'll enter, let's say, department BPM, and then email abishi@gmail.com, and then phone number. I'll just enter something because there's no validations. Now I'll click on continue, and then I'll enter start date, let's say today, and then for 1 week, and then I'll leave reason, I'll keep it blank. So now I'll show you. Okay, so this case basically routed to manager. Okay, how we can see, so let's go to dev portal, dev studio. Okay, so if I go to here, so if you have to see those case instances, you need to click on that class. Okay, apply leave. So if I click here, so I had already created A1, and then just now we created A2, so we can see two instances, A1 and A2. Okay, here also if you open, so it will open that same case. Okay, and we can see those details. Now, so this is one table I was talking about, and then another table is we have routed to a specific user M1. So we can go to Assign-Worklist. Okay, and if we click here, we'll see the instances of that 2 as well. So you can see that QTM leave app work A2 is also there here, and it's waiting for, it's clearly saying what step or what task it is waiting. So you can see here PY cascading get approval. So we are using out of the box flows, that is where the out of the box flow name is coming, and then we have that operator name. Okay, employee 1, so it went to the create operator who had created this case. So employee 1 created this case, and it has been routed to manager 1. Okay, and then task is get approval, and then we have urgency as well and instructions. So these things we'll see later. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll log in with manager 1, and then we'll see, once I log in the user walk list, we can see that case manager. So if I go to home, so we can see that there is nothing in walk list for this user. But if I log in with manager 1, let me go back and log in. One second, some problem. I think some problem with the name. I'll just copy this one. I misspelled it. Okay, so you can see that here there is one task pending for that user, okay, or the manager. So once manager will log in, he can click on go and he can approve or reject that case. Okay, so that is what I was saying, that this is the walk list routing. So we are targeting, we selected manager 1 and then we routed to manager 1. So now if I say go, then here we can approve or reject the case, or approve or reject the leave. So I'll say approve. Okay, so you can see that though status didn't change because I haven't configured. We can configure. So if you see, in create we had entered employee details and leave details, and then in approve stage we approve that case. Okay, so it's done. Okay, so now if you go and check that, okay, so if you check in the walk table, okay, still the A2 is there, but if I go to assigned as walk list and refresh, okay, we can see that A1 went away. Because why A1 went away? Because we approved it, so the task is finished. So once the task is finished, it won't present in the walk list. So just to, we'll update the status also here so that we can see in the next case, once we are resolving, it will be resolved completed. Okay, and in entry also we can say pending approval. Okay, now what we will do, we will try to a WorkBasket. Okay, we will try to route it to a WorkBasket. Okay, so before going to that, okay, so if I select here to a specific user. Instead of a specific user, I'll select work queue. So work queue is like WorkBasket. Okay, it will route to kind of a group of people walking for this work queue. Okay, so any one of them can work. So now let's see if we have any. Okay, so what we will do, we will try to create a walk queue also. Quickly we'll try to create a walk queue. So create a walk queue, where we have to go to organizations, and then we can select walk queue and then create. So we can create a walk queue. So we can give a name, leave approval WB. We can give the same name here also, and then create. So few things is mandatory, so we have to fill. So we have to fill our organization's name. So we can fill QTM and then division, services, unit, auto, like, okay, preferences and other things we will leave it for now. Okay, and just, so now this walk queue is created. Okay, so it's just a name, okay, and then what will happen in a reference of, so whenever we will route to this this WorkBasket, okay, basically that case will tag to this work queue. Okay, and whoever will have the access to this work queue, they can work on this case. So now we'll select that, leave. So we can select leave app authors. I think it's already there. So we can leave app user. We can use this work queue. Okay. So now what we will do, once user will submit, the case will go to this user. Okay. So now to access this, okay, what we have to do, okay, in both the manager, what in the operator ID in work tab, we have to go and give this work queue. So we have to give, okay, that this person has the access to this work queue or the WorkBasket, and then we have this threshold. Okay, so this threshold we'll see later. Okay, for now we'll just give 50. We'll learn it later. And then we have few more details also. So I'll just select get from the work queues first. So these things will be used in the get next work. Okay, and we will learn later. In manager 2 also I'll go and give this in work tab. Okay, and then here also I'll give 50, and then I'll select this option. So now what I'll do, I'll go ahead and again log in with the MP1 and try to create a case. So this time, if we see here in work list, it won't come. Okay, it will go in assigned as WorkBasket. So I'll log off from this user and then log in with the MP1, and then here I'll say I'll get the password and try to create another case. Okay. So I'll quickly fill this detail. Rest is not mandatory, so I'll just continue. I'll just keep that some random date to proceed with. Now we created A3. Okay, so you can see that we created A3. Now we'll go back, okay, to Dev Studio, and we'll check again here. So in this work table, okay, instances of work table are apply leave. Okay, we got another case, but in assigned as work list, that case didn't came. Okay, because this time it created we routed to WorkBasket, so it will be present in the assigned as WorkBasket. Okay, so we can go ahead and select the class assigned as WorkBasket. So see, on typing it's coming. Now if I click here to see the instances, we can see that A3 is here. Okay, see, and it is not assigned to a particular operator, okay, or particular user. It is assigned to a queue. Okay, and whoever has access to this queue, they can access to this case. Okay, so now this time what I'll do, I'll log in manager 2 and do a get next work or get most urgent work. So get next work or get most urgent is that Pega functionality, which will give you one of the case which you have the access from the queue, from the defined queue in your operator ID, work tab. So I'll just log in with manager roles. So if you see here, there is no cases in the work list. Okay, but if I click on the WorkBasket, get work, okay, we'll get that case, but looks like that is not present here. Okay, that case, like what should I say, the get next work is not present in the portal, so we need to add somewhere. So maybe what we can do for now, we'll just search it here, A3. So see, on search we got this case and we can approve it. Okay, so he can approve it. So I'll just select approve. So from pending approval, it got resolved completed. Now let's go back and check this queue, assigned as WorkBasket. So see, it went away from this one. So once the task is finished, okay, the case will get removed from this assigned as WorkList or WorkBasket, but it will always present in the work table. So here, like, we couldn't able to do a get work, okay, because that options we can configure. Pega has that option, like Pega has given that options out of the box, but we need to add somewhere in the portal. So this is what, like, so if I just summarize what we were doing, okay, we learned two type of routing from we configured the routing. One is that, like, specific user routing, okay, and the second one was like from here work queue, okay, and we routed to a we routed to a specific user manager 1. Then once I log in with manager 1, I can see that cases and I can approve it. Okay, the second one we tried is the work queue. Okay, so in this one, like, it will be routed to a work queue, and whoever has the access to this work queue, okay, one of them can click get next work and they can get that case and work. Okay, once the task is completed, okay, it will get deleted from the assigned as work list in case of if you're routing to a user or the work list, and it will get deleted from the work basket if you're routing to work queue. Okay, but it will always present in that work table. Work table is basically the table where our actual case resides. So I'll just show you how you can check that. Okay, so if you just go to your class, so right click here and see the definition. So if you click on definition and just scroll below to this class and click on test connections. So if you do a test connections, you'll see the table. So our table name is PC underscore QTM leave app underscore work. So this is our work class table. Okay, but if I go to assigned as and work dash, okay, that's always fixed. Okay, that table is fixed. Okay, that is the out of the box table, Pega table. So just click here, then it will be, see, PC underscore assigned underscore work basket. So this is fixed. Okay, in any environment, any Pega environment, work table name will be different based on your organizations and what the applications name you have created. But this name will be always fixed, this table. Okay, if I just go to work list, that also will find PC underscore assigned as work list. So I just select this one and then test connection. So PC underscore assigned as work list. Okay, so this is it for today. I hope this will help you in your like, if you're like learning, making your POC, this will definitely help in your routing, because if you have let's say multiple stages or multiple steps where you want to route it, okay, then this will definitely help. In future we will learn more routings, okay, where we'll use the skill based routing. So if you go to operator, we have something called skills as well. In work tab, if you go to here, you'll find the skills as well. So this also will learn how we can use skills, how we can use ratings, and then we have urgency threshold, and then we have few more options. Okay, and then we have like operator is able to receive the work. So this is one of the important things. So if you're testing routing to a particular user, okay, or operator, you should make sure that this option is checked. Okay, so this is basically saying that yes, I am able to receive the work. If you are unchecking, if this option is unchecked, and if you are trying to send a case to this user, to any user who have this unchecked, then you'll get an error. Okay, so Pega will route it to the administrator, because this person is not available to take the case. Maybe he's on vacation. So if he's unavailable, Pega is giving an options. We can give, like, if he's unavailable, we can configure the substitute, but this kind of a very advanced level, okay, we don't need it now. Okay, for your POC, if you're like learning, if you're trying to create a POC, this will definitely help. Okay, so in the last class we learned the like how we can do the validations of the form, and this is routing. Okay, this is like one step ahead. And also we are seeing like the status also in each section, in each class we are talking about the status also. Like here, if you see that we are like configure new. Okay, like in the cases 3, in the first time if you're not configuring a status, Pega will auto set new, and then from the next time we can set. So here like we have a pending approval, and then the next one is resolved completed. On each stage also, or steps, we can configure a stage status in the flow. Okay, so maybe we will have some sessions only on the status. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope this will help you, and if you are like liking my video different, so what you can do is you can subscribe my channel also. Thank you very much.